Good morning, everyone. I'm Bert Fabian, Senior Transport Specialist here in ADB. It's my pleasure to chair this session today. Welcome to the Asia Pacific Transport Forum 2026. This is right before the opening, and this innovation hub in ADB, we really planned for this as there are so many innovative projects in the ADB, and we wanted to give the chance to all the project officers, project staffs to showcase and highlight their experiences. I know that we have an hour and a half. We have 12 presenters. The idea is each will give 3 minutes each of presentation. I know that there's a lot to say. We will try our best to keep it within 3 minutes so that then afterwards we have the chance to interact. The way that we also fix this room is it's like a poster session. If you still remember a poster session where you have information for each projects. After the presentations, you can go and speak to the project leaders or project presenters. So once again, and welcome to all of you. Please feel free to take your seats. Just find available seats and chairs. So without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce our opening remarks speaker, our senior director, Mr. Hiroaki Yamaguchi. Please, sir.
Thank you. Good morning. It is great to see so many people in this early morning. I was almost late to wake up a bit late. Actually, this is try to showcase how ADB works with our development member countries. You may see new things or maybe very conventional, but you can see a little bit of the new things we are trying to explore. That one actually, of course, our idea is there, but what we need is really our client countries really willing to introduce new things and thinking and implement project as soon as possible. So in that way, actually, you may be able to pick up even the small things there. You will see these conventional roads, railways projects, but at the same time, we are putting here like overall approaches like green roads, and then also basis of the analytical basis on the ATO or something. Yeah, I've been here. So you will see how ADB transport sector overall try to introduce great ideas, new things for development member countries. You know, as Bart said, actually, we have very limited time, but plenty of projects. It's not limited on only this project, but we narrow down as much as possible. But the project is, we show only a few minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, maybe testing our staff capacity to present. So after this, actually, plenty of times you may be here in any way. So you remember the project officer and then get in touch for future. Even you can offer more ideas. If you are asking us, we can do this way more or something like that. So I stop here to to offer all the time for this project officers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. One of the things you said, making the projects easier. The first presenter, we have Mr. Uh, Pramod Pudasaini from our resident mission in Nepal, and he will talk about the smarter transportation and urban planning using mobile phone data. It's not easy to get OD data, especially if you're starting a new project, and we will hear more from Mr. Pramod.
Namaste and good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to introduce our new knowledge publication on harnessing mobile phone data for smarter transportation and urban planning, lessons from Nepal. The publication was published online this month on 8th May. This publication explores one promising answer to the shortcoming of conventional data collection approach by the use of anonymized and non-personalized mobile phone signal data to understand mobility patterns at population scale. The Nepal case study demonstrates how such data can be used to generate practical indicators like trip volume, traffic demands, origin destination flows, and traffic congestions. Why does this matter? Because these insights can help planners to move from assumptions to the evidences. This can support better decision on public transport, road networks, multimodal connectivity, urban growth, and future investments. So this publication is not just the use of digital data. It is about making better choices, choices that can lead to more efficient, inclusive, and sustainable transport solutions. We have detailed sessions with these topics on coming Thursday, 21st May, from 11 to 12:30 p.m. at Auditorium Hall 4, where we will have in-depth discussions on data and methodology, its insights, and its potential scaling and replications throughout other countries across the Asia and the Pacifics. I hope this short descriptions sparks your interest and warmly welcomes all of you to join the in-depth sessions. Thank you and hope to have a great discussion there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pudasaini. Our next presenter is Mr. Michael Anyala, who will talk about the green roads. You will hear more of the green roads throughout the rest of the ADB Transport Forum. And yeah, please, Michael.
Good morning. So allow me to introduce you to the ADB Green Roads Toolkit. So this toolkit essentially is a tool that we use to mainstream sustainability in our road investment. So at its core, the tool is intended to help governments, practitioners, and ADB staff to translate sustainability goals like resilience, climate action, and inclusivity into practical measures that can be implemented. And this is done through 9 dimensions, which ranges from decarbonization to resilience to biodiversity and also inclusivity. Now, within those dimensions, we have collated 150 plus good practices that has been reviewed by experts and are ready for project teams to consider within their projects. The way that the toolkit works is in a modular format. So you can see the format on the right there. So that means project teams, country teams can actually look at their own investments or projects that they're building, identify which dimension is most appropriate to them, and then drill into the toolkit to identify which measures they can use to design their projects. Now, there are lots of innovations included within the toolkit to ensure that projects can actually pilot and scale those innovations. The toolkit includes what we call enabling factors. That allows for teams to assess, for example, for an innovative initiative, whether design standards are ready within the country, where procurement systems are ready, or where supply chains are ready, for example. So you can assess those and then identify opportunities to work with countries to address those enabling environments to scale innovative solutions. Now, we would like you to also participate. There's room for all of you to participate in this initiative. So you can download the Green Roads Toolkit. It's available on the ADB website. Anybody, you can use it from around the world, not necessarily in Asia on ADB. You can participate in our community of practice. We have a community of practice where you can participate through the Green Roads webinar series and also receive new letters. And then most recently, last week, we have advertised new call for expression of interest to create a digital platform for print roads. So this will translate existing tool, which is in Excel, into a digital platform. Again, you can submit your good practices to us for consideration for including. All right, my time is up. So please explore more with me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael. Well, our cities, our countries will continue to grow. We will build more roads, and this toolkit is very important. As such is the next presenter. We'll talk about data. So before we construct things, before we implement things, we need to understand. And we will have the co-team lead from the Asian Transport Observatory, Mr. Alvin Mea.
Thank you very much, Bert. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Asian Transport Observatory, and we are a regional initiative that aims at strengthening the knowledge base of transport in Asia and the Pacific. We are working under the impression that we cannot improve, plan, and manage things that we cannot measure. We have various things at the asiantransportobservatory.org website. We'd like to highlight a couple of things. This is an initiative that has been initiated by the Asian Development Bank back in 2019. We have had the support also from the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank since 2023, and it imbibes a new innovation in terms of cooperation among the different MDBs for such an initiative. This one in the middle that you see here, this is something new. We are releasing the Pacific Transport Observatory, which is really a single point of entry for all the data sets that we have for more than 750 indicators that really looks into the Pacific Island countries. We have embedded these as well as new features in terms of looking at smart search functions that enable the users to go through the data sets, as well as the tools within our portal. This is something that we have been supported also by the World Bank in terms of developing the tool. And we have also created knowledge products, transport and review reports for 5 countries, focus countries for the Pacific Island countries. We are also releasing what we call the country dashboards for the UN Decade for Sustainable Transport, which are structured based on the priority themes of the UN Decade. We have we're releasing 5 of these for Mongolia, Pakistan, Palau, Azerbaijan, and the Philippines. And the other one that we would like to have you look at is the Transport Development Finance Explorer, which contains 77,000 lines of project activities from 1973, 50 years, looking at 66 donors and 45 countries for the region. This is based on the OECD data set. This is something that is new to enable the users to really look into the climate finance evolution for the region. And lastly, you'll find all sorts of tools and knowledge products under the portal. One major release that we have is the Asian Transport 2035 outlook for the low middle income countries. We're seeing the 2.6 trillion per annum investment needs for the region. And we are also focusing in terms of the priority areas that also needs to be looked into. So we invite you to visit us at the table and visit asiantransportobservatory.org. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alvin. Yes, please visit the website. And I think this is one service that the ADB provides to the developing member countries, but also to other experts. Data is very important, and it's good that we have some of them. Our next presenter is actually one of my favorite projects. We have Mr. Amrita Kumar Das from our Bangladesh resident mission. He will talk about the Chittagong Cox's Bazar Railway project. It's probably one of the few projects in the DMCs which have wildlife crossing. We'll hear more about this.
Yeah, thank you, Fabian, and welcome everyone to the presentation of Sasek Chattogram Cox's Bazar Railway project. Basically, we are branding it as a regional green railway link, and it is a 102-kilometer railway link connecting the Cox's Bazar, the main tourism city of Bangladesh, with the rest of the railway network. And it was processed in 2016 and by our railway director, Mr. Marcus Roesner. And at the time of processing, it was the biggest railway project of Bangladesh portfolio with an MFF amount of around 1.5 billion. The project, I mean, thanks to the Bangladesh Railway that we have were able to complete the project by 2023. And it started his operation in this, December 2023. And building on the success of the project, we have prepared the VR video on this project. Thanks to the SPD team, I mean the result reality team of SPD, Cha was there, and also the emerging area team led by Mr. Barton to prepare this video. The VR video is focused on the regional connectivity and tourism development, innovation and engineering excellence, and it is also a green and inclusive corridor. So we'll focus on basically these four perspectives of the project. As part of regional connectivity, it is a strategic link, part of SASEC corridor, and also the Trans-Asian Railway Network, and it is also positioning Bangladesh between South Asia and Southeast Asia in terms of railway connection. It will also promote the tourism. As I told you, Cox's Bazar is the main tourism city, so it is connecting Cox's Bazar with the other part of the network. We have also built the world first railway overpass. So it was I mean, the project is also crossing through 3 reserve forests. So we had to take care of the these elephant crossings also. So we are also piloting the AI-based sensor to avoid the elephant train collision. And accordingly, we are also plan to implement the elephant AI-based sensoring system. We have also built the world's Bangladesh first railway terminal hub, which will also add to BR's non-core business. And it is also a green corridor. We have built a plant of 720,000, and we have modal shift from the rail to rail, and we have also ensured the universal accessibility. The VR video you can watch here. So Chai is here. So after this presentation, you have to use the glass, so you can enjoy the 3D experience. The virtual reality experience has done a tremendous job. So we welcome you after this presentation. It will be presented also in front of our main auditorium. So you are welcome to present this one, and thanks all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Das. By the way, you will notice that all the speakers have their own desks. So after the presentations, please feel free to go to them and ask more information. Our next topic is, I think, very innovative, at least from my case. I'm sure for the others as well. We will have our colleague, Ms. Ruchika Saluja, Senior Markets Development Advisory Specialist. And her talk is on out-designing the market, a smarter way to deliver PPPs. Ms. Ruchika.
This will keep me to my 3 minutes. Good morning, everyone. I am not going to be speaking on a specific project, but really about how we work. Now, when people hear public-private partnership, I think many of us still think of rigid contracts, slow processes, and risks nobody really wants to own. But at ADB's Office of Markets Development and Public-Private Partnership, or OMDP, we see PPPs very differently. We see them as a platform for innovation where public purpose meets private ingenuity and where markets can be shaped, not managed. What really sets us apart is not just what we know, but really how we work. We operate at the nexus of governments, investors, innovators, and communities. And I'm proud to say we speak all these 4 languages very fluently. We also don't come in with templates or predetermined PPP models. What we really do is begin with questions. What problem are we really trying to solve? What incentives will move the market? And really, what risks require public support and which ones don't? And that mindset is what has allowed OMDP to really go beyond traditional PPP sectors like toll roads and railways. And I think some of those examples are on the screen in front of you. We work on digital public infrastructure, climate resilient assets, nature-based solutions, inclusive social infrastructure, and entirely new market models where none previously existed, carbon markets being a case in point. While others compete on speed and transaction volumes, I'm proud to say we compete on depth of thinking. We bring experience from across the Asia and the Pacific, lessons from what succeeded, what failed, and what can realistically be adapted in different contexts. Together with ADB's credibility and convening power, the right stakeholders are then engaged and trust is established from the very start. For governments and developing economies in this region, OMDP is a partner that works with you, not above you. We help adapt global experience to local realities. We strengthen institutions. And really, we build long-term capacity to make sure that PPPs remain manageable long after the deal is signed. For the academia and think tanks in the room, we offer something rare. We actually offer a bridge between ideas and execution. Our work tests theory against practice. That generates lessons that can improve policy, frameworks, and future thinking on how PPPs can deliver real public value. And for the market, OMDP brings credibility and clarity. We help structure projects that are fair, bankable, but most importantly, aligned with the long-term development goals of our DMCs, reducing uncertainty and creating space for innovation to thrive. Because innovative PPPs do not happen in silos, they happen when governments believe in the process, investors trust the structure, and communities see value from day one. And that is how we compete, and that is how we create value, not by outbidding the market, but by outdesigning it. If you'd like to learn more about us, we have a booth right there in the corner, also next to the Philippines country office. We do have a strong pipeline of transport projects. We are looking for partners to work with. Come and meet us, and we'll continue the conversation. Have a good day ahead.
Thank you very much, Ruchika. Very interesting. Next, we have our mega projects, and we will start with Ms. Satomi Sakaguchi, who will talk about the Delhi Meerut Regional Rapid Transit System investment project in India.
Good morning, all the ladies and gentlemen. My name is Satomi Sakaguchi, Senior Transport Specialist, and today I will talk about Delhi Meerut Regional Rapid Transit System, or RRTS, in Delhi, India. It is an 82-kilometer semi-high-speed railway service connecting the capital Delhi and Meerut, one of the biggest cities surrounding Delhi within National Capital Region, the metropolitan area of Delhi, at the design speed of 180 kilometers per hour. On this RRTS, you can now travel between these two cities in 1 hour, which previously took 3 to 4 hours. This is a truly transformative project in so many ways, but I'd like to pick up 4 areas where the reasons why this project is so transformative. First, there was the vision of successfully leveraging railway services for regional development. As many of you might know, this national capital region generates nearly 80% of India's GDP. And however, this is very unevenly concentrated area. 30% of all the population of this area concentrate in Delhi city alone, although it only covers 44% of this area. So enormous pressure was mounting on this Delhi, resulting in congestion, air pollution, poor housing and sanitation. So government has came up with a grand plan for dispersing this excessive concentration to surrounding cities. Very ambitious plan. And this Delhi Meerut corridor, one of the 8 corridors of the RRTS, and the first of the 3 priority RRTS corridors, was a big part of this vision. And the second aspect is innovation. This project has become the test ground of all these key tools for maximizing potential of railway services for development impact. This RRTS combined these semi-rapid intercity train services with 2 existing metro services. It used in a very comprehensive manner from design to operation and maintenance, building the information modeling systems. It incorporated TODs in major stations and practiced value capture financing. It had done very dedicated noise and vibration mitigation assessment and adoption of CBTC level 2, and the engagement of shadow operator. In addition, thirdly, this project has really went out of the comfort zone in order to make this new type of railway service in India accessible. Especially it focused on accessibility to women and those with disabilities and children. It had women-only coaches, CCTV security personnel, public toilets around stations. It provided trainings for gender inclusivity to male drivers along the corridor. It also provided trainings for women rickshaw drivers, self-defense, and employment opportunities in the area where this train travels. However, fourthly, none of these, this project did not materialize without most important aspect of the quality, which is leadership. We have observed extraordinary leadership on many sides of the project in every aspect of the project design. The people who really champion what they do and believed in what they do. So without this leadership and dedication, this project did not happen in only 3 years after ADB approval in 2020. So I'd like to stop here. I think you are asking me to stop. So I hope we'll have a dedicated session tomorrow. I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.
No, thank you very much, Satomi. These are really complex mega projects, and I really like that you highlighted the considerations provided to the commuters, like the gender considerations. I'm sure connections also to the walkways. We will have Satomi back again, but first we will call on first Gengwen Zhao, our colleague who will talk about the Metro Manila Bridges project.
Thank you very much. And my project is quite straightforward, so I can save time for Satomi. And good morning, everyone. My name is Gengwen Zhao. I'm transport specialist from SASAC team. I'm the PTL for Metro Manila Bridges project. And I hope everyone have experienced the traffic jam within Metro Manila when you visit here. So I don't have to further elaborate how bad it is. And as you know, that Manila always rank very high among all the major metropolitan areas as having the worst traffic congestion over the world. So it may take more than half hours for you to travel only within maybe 9 kilometers or 10 kilometers happens every day. And so, of course, many reasons behind that and lead to this very bad situation. The government of Philippines, they actually try their efforts to solve this problem in several ways. One of the initiatives is they identified 12 bridges across the major waterway within Metro Manila is the Pasay and Marikina River. So as you know that actually the major reason for the traffic jam is the current road network cannot accommodate the traffic flow. And especially within the Metro Manila, where they only have 30 bridges across the major waterway. So the government would like to build more bridges across the river to provide connections and accessibility. So among these 12 new bridges, proposed new bridges, 5 of them have been financed by the government of People's Republic of China, and then 3 has been proposed to ADB, and the remaining will be covered by the local funds. So this is the rationale about this project. So this project is aiming to prove the efficiency of road network across Marikina River by constructing 3 bridges across it and strengthening the capacity of Department of Public Works and Highways in Philippines in bridge operation and maintenance to prepare them to implement a lot of mega projects, work with several MDBs. And under output 1, actually we have 3 bridges here shown on the map. So and also we include three civil work packages. Each one includes one bridge construction. For the bridges, it's within the urban areas. The average span length varies from 300 meters to 400 meters, and all of them are concrete bridges with different types. And the total length of the three bridges is around 3,000 meters. Okay, the time's up, so let me stop here. If you're interested in this project, please stop by. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gengwen. All the best. I wish you all the success. For all the Filipinos, I'm sure you know the traffic that we have here. But having said that, for those that are new, we are in the ADB Transport Forum Innovation Showcase, where we give opportunities for the ADB project officers to showcase the projects, share experiences. Of course, we have the representatives from the DMCs, the developing member countries, also in the room. So if you have questions later on, please feel free. Now we get back to Satomi, which is another mega complex project and also in the Philippines. I'm sure 3 minutes is not enough.
Hi, hello again. So this time I'd like to present North-South Commuter Railway project. I'm sure this project is quite well-known in the Philippines at least. This is a mega project to trying to address mega issues, which is huge economic growth created by this traffic congestion, which you may have experienced this morning coming here in Metro Manila, which is annually 22 billion. The concept of this project is quite similar to the RLTS project, which I just presented, decongesting the mega capital. However, it does have unique challenges, which I'd like to focus now. So one is enormous numbers related to this project. This project is by far the biggest railway project in the Philippines, at least in the living memory. So currently, the Philippines has only 60.9 kilometer railway lines across the country, 51 stations, 223 train cars. This North-South Commuter Railway project will add 147 kilometers, more than double of the existing lines, 35 stations, and 46 train cars. And then total investment cost is estimated to be 15.2 billion, which is nearly 20% of the annual budget of this country. And ADB is very proudly contributing up to 7.1 billion. And this, therefore, is an enormous challenge for creating a new market. So this is a mega procurement the endeavor. So so far, we have received only for civil works components 64 bids. And 31 companies were involved from 10 countries. And 20 contract packages have been already awarded. Please imagine each of these packages will engage hundreds of local people in doing all the works. Please imagine the impact on the local employment market, skills market. And then, however, this has really had other challenges all at the same time. For example, extraordinary scale of land acquisition and resettlement. It's nearly the 160 hectares of land to be acquired, and nearly 50,000 project-affected persons to be addressed, and tremendous budgetary requirement, as you have just had, and acute needs of large number of skilled human resources to work in those projects. And of course, our client, Department of Transportation, no single agency would have been designed for such a big project. And this agency has to go through the very comprehensive review of the institutional setup and working. But still, regardless of these challenges, we at the ADB are very encouraged by this project because, again, of all those the leadership expressed around this project, here leadership is we have seen so many leaders who believe in something that has never been done or seen before, because this is the first very big project in the railway project in the Philippines. So some people who always believed in this project happening, even things have become very challenging and uncertain. And I'm not talking just about the people working directly in the project, but people who are passengers who really trust this project to happen. I'd like to close this pitch with the experience shared by one of the audience, Elaine, and who is a future passenger of this project. And thank you for believing in this project. And we are really happy with working with you and your government. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Satomi. Our next presenter is also in one of the important regions in our region. This is the Central Asia Regional Economic Cooperation Program, and they have our colleagues have an innovative program called the CAREC Border Upgrades for Integration, Logistics and Development, or BUILD. And we will have our colleagues Masahiro Nishimura, the unit head for transport in this region, and Mr. Ari Kaliowski, principal transport specialist.
Good morning, everyone. This is Masa Nishimura. How many of you came from Europe today? A few, right? I'm sure you flew through the Caspian Sea, unless the pilot adventured to fly through the Russia or Iran. So the same thing is happening on the ground. So many goods and people who need to travel from Central Asia or even East Asia to Europe or vice versa is traveling through the CAREC region. That's why we have very tremendous increase in the amount of the goods and people traveling. And also, that's why we need lots of measures. So we have some RCI, Regional Cooperation and Integration sessions, parallel session tomorrow morning, and training session, more deep dive into RCI. Not only CAREC, actually, there are 3 major ones in the continental Asia. CAREC, GMS, Great American Sub-region, and the SASEC, South Asia Economic Cooperation. So these are going to be discussed in higher level at the parallel session and more deep dive in the training session. So please participate on those, and we have a table there. So we will introduce an innovative facility called BUILD, led by Ari. Ari, please.
Thank you, Masa-san, breaking the ice for me. So the BUILD is a new kind of approach, how we try to bundle these several border crossing point needs, which we have experience in Central West Asia. One reason is that if you look at this graph here, so in average, each truck spends 14 hours in the border crossing points in Central West Asia, CAREC corridors, and each train, in average, 25.5 hours in each border when they are crossing the border between CAREC country. So we try to streamline this to make these projects more quickly available, and also to address both infrastructure and soft side needs, because obviously one reason for these delays is the processes, there is a lack of digitalization, etc. We also would like to promote joint border crossing points so that you can do only one inspection. This is not happening now in this region. And of course, there will be a capacity building as well. So simply, this facility will help the countries to reduce the travel time, and this will provide benefits not only for CAREC countries per se, but also countries in East and West Europe and China, Japan, Korea, etc. So ADB is pledging $400 million for this facility over 10 years of time. So we have a nice platform to create these projects and make them available. And now, if you are in any of these CAREC DMCs, please approach us to propose us the candidate projects. If you are from financing institution, join us and let's discuss about whether you can join us to finance or contribute. And if you are from private sector, please approach us to discuss the opportunities which you can maybe provide in terms of digitalization and making this process more streamlined. Not, of course, forgetting the infrastructure part. Do I still have time? Time is up. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we have eco-unfriendly hard copies of the midterm review. So if you are interested, please come pick it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Masa-san. Very dynamic region and very important program build. Our next presenter is also in Karek. Our colleague Uzi Bayar Saikan from Mongolia will talk about the Mongolia Roads project.
Okay, good morning. Okay, I'm introducing 3 projects which are being implemented in Mongolia and was implemented in Mongolia, which means, 2 of them actually under the implementation. One has been just completed financially recently. Okay, each project has been outlined in 5 key areas, including the regional connectivity developments and climate actions taking and interventions in the road safety and road asset management, and what else? Maybe, social benefits and maybe design specifics. Regarding the regional connectivity developments, the first project actually has complemented and completed the Mongolian Western Regional Vertical Corridor, which is well known by its Karek Corridor 4A. And under this project, overall 295 kilometers of road has built. And the second project is actually upgrading the existing road and rehabilitating. And under this project, over 304 kilometers of road being rehabilitated. And the last project is actually constructing 2 roads, which are actually feeder roads to the international and regional road networks. And under the climate actions, the first project actually applied the climate adaptation measure by installing the thermal siphons in the permafrost areas. And it is 7 locations. So far, as per the latest assessment, most of the these applications have been implementing successfully. And under the second project, we applied the climate mitigation measure, just recycling the previous asphalt pavement for the base and sub-base layers for the project roads. And for the last project, it is designed to implement the climate resilient measures, including adding the additional layer of the mix of the asphalt and sand at the locations which are prone to the groundwater flow and flood. And regarding the design specifics, the first project actually was constructed in very, difficult terrain and with the limited spaces. So the first in Mongolia, there was actually constructed a curved bridge, even it is actually from the road safety aspects not advisable. And under the second project, we included some innovative elements under the project, including the integrated monitoring system and weigh-in motion, which are the first time in Mongolia going to be installed, and also the wire rope barrier system. This is also new for us. Maybe for other countries it is a common thing. Okay, it's actually indicating time is up. If you are interested to the project's implementation processes, please come up to the table and station. I will be there. There is no dedicated session for this project during this forum. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ulzi. It seems they are really green roads, and it's nice to see that there are again wildlife and livestock crossings in one of the projects. Now we go to the Pacific. We have our colleague Aisuke Nakamura, who will present on the Sustainable Economic Corridors and Urban Resilience project in Tonga.
Thank you very much. Good morning. My name is Eisuke Nakamura, transport specialist at ADB. I'd like to talk about Tonga Secure Project. I think everybody knows about Tonga. Tonga is an island country in Pacific, and the population is 100,000, and also Tonga has lots of islands, 170 islands. That's the problem is most of islands is low lying, and so the Tonga is very vulnerable to the climate change and also the natural hazards like a tsunami and flood or rainfalls. So in this situation, in the Tonga Secure project, we have two components. First one is a construction of the bridge. We construct a 720-meter long bridge across the lagoon. And actually, Tonga is one island is very big, and Tonga Tapu, and there is a connection between north part and south part. So if we build a bridge, connection improved. And also the bridge is contribute to the evacuation route because tsunami is a very severe natural hazard in Tonga. And also second component of this project is upgrade and strength drainages because flood and rainfalls are very severe in Tonga, so we improve these situations. And I like to mention that there are three characteristics of this project. First one is sustainability and resilience. Of course, this one is very important. So we support a long-term and sustainable infrastructure, and also we try to enhance the resilience of transport networks and evacuation routes. And also next one, second one is very important. Also that we try to address climate change risks by applying the joint approach because we are transport sector and we also collaborate with water and urban development sector. So in ADB, we try to coordinate with different departments and try to address the climate change risks. And the last one is I need to mention that we apply the new initiatives. So we apply the first full mutual reliance framework, FMRF operation with World Bank, and ADB is the lead lender, and also the World Bank is the trade lender. Last one is ADB is applying the environment social framework. This one is also a new one. So by using these techniques, we developed sustainable transport corridors, and we try to enhance climate resilience. So that is our project. And finally, I'd like to introduce one person. Miss Anna came from Tonga. She is very working for our project, very long time. So thank you very much for coming. So please come to our booth. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Aisuke-san. Yes, we will go to Tonga to see this project. We have, last but not least, also an important project for me. I've lived in Bangkok for 6 years. And this problem of air pollution, unfortunately, is because of rapid economic development. If we don't address it, it's a problem that you can see, smell, and feel in some cases, especially the dry and the cool seasons. We have Rebecca Stapleton joining us for this urban air quality improvement project for Thailand.
Thank you. So just to start off with a pretty terrifying statistic, the WHO estimates that in Asia and the Pacific, 92% of people are exposed to pollution levels that pose significant risks to health. In Southeast Asian cities, up to 80% of air pollution can be attributed to transportation. And one of the policy tools that exists to address this is low emission zones. So in simple terms, a low emission zone is an area where the most polluting vehicles are restricted entry or are charged a fee to enter, thereby deterring them from entering a city area. And the idea is that it pushes people to make cleaner transport choices, whether that be shifting towards public transport or shifting vehicle fleets to low or zero emission vehicles. However, low emission zones are actually quite difficult to implement, even though it sounds quite easy. It requires regulatory frameworks to be in place, coordination mechanisms. It requires a certain access to public transport, and it also requires those electric vehicle foundations to be in place in the countries. So when we received multiple requests for low emission zone support, we developed a maturity assessment framework to help countries understand where they might be at and how practical this kind of solution would be for them. In Bangkok or in Thailand, we found that due to limited enforcement powers of the city government, a low emission zone was not a realistic short-term solution. So what we've also developed is a traffic and emissions model, which uses that same GPS and mobile phone data technology we heard about earlier to identify, what are the most emitting fleet parts and which areas are being most heavily impacted. We have identified that, for example, electrifying 60% of pickup trucks in Bangkok would reduce traffic-related emissions in Bangkok by 10%. Sorry, not traffic-related emissions, overall emissions. To that end, we're also supporting the government through an investment project, which is a more short-term gain. So the Sustainable Transport Bus of Electrification project will electrify buses both in Bangkok and intercity buses. Another terrifying statistics is that the buses in Bangkok, although they only represent 0.21% of vehicle kilometers, they represent 5% of Bangkok's PM 2.5 emissions. So supporting the electrification of these vehicles will substantially improve air quality in Bangkok. In parallel, we're using a guarantee mechanism to support and de-risk small private sector operators with their electrification journey. So together, these measures will target both freight and public transport and can deliver meaningful near-term urban transport improvement in Bangkok. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. Well, yeah, alarming statistics. And diesel, the one-ton pickup trucks, the buses, these are all running in diesel. And the WHO announced, adopted long ago now, 2012, that diesel emissions are carcinogenic. Anyway, I would like to thank all my colleagues, our partners for this innovation showcase. I will not attempt to summarize what we had just heard from 12 colleagues, 12 projects, but you can see the range of projects running from supporting knowledge, data, toolkits, the Green Roads Toolkit, from mega projects on rail, road, innovative projects on cross-border logistics improvement, those wildlife crossings, and this important topic of air quality. We will hear more about this throughout the rest of the week. We are now going to have or would like to encourage everyone to mingle, interact with all the project officers. We will not have a session for Q&A one by one. There are so many topics. Please feel free to approach everyone. We have coffee outside starting at 10:30, and the opening will be at 11 a.m. So please, we will see you again at the opening. Thank you very much.
Check, check, check.
Check. Check.